Podcast City Network.
Interviewing all your favorite deathmatch superstars. 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 Deathmatch rock song. Deathmatch rock song. Deathmatch rock song. Deathmatch rock song. Deathmatch rock song.
Good evening, wrestling fans, and you're listening to another episode of the Deathmatch Russell podcast. And tonight, my guest is the one and only Flying Brian PillmanJr. And we're going to be talking to him about his upcoming title match at Battle on the Border, as he takes on Brandon Xavier and Chase Owens at Battle Night of the Champions this Saturday night. Tune in, fans, right now. Let's hear what he's got to say much more. Well, good evening, Brian PillmanJr. And how you doing tonight, man?
How are we doing?
I know it's like you're ready to do your workout, get all set, and get pumped up, and get your supplements in, and you just went to GNC. You told me, so that's a good way to start the night.
Oh yeah, just sipping on some creatine hydrochloride, trying to get some blood flow going, get some water into these muscles here.
Yeah, well, you know what, I'm sitting.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we're loud and clear. This sounds perfect. And I'm sitting here drinking a nice Starbucks iced coffee,
Nice, get the day going, yeah.
With the espresso shot. And, of course, my friend Larry Legends, one of those guys that likes that drink as well, An avid drinker is myself and him, and I'm sure you are too, of coffee as well.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Brian, you got this busy schedule ahead of you. You got a couple shows you're doing, but the one right now is on your mind is that Battle on the Border Championship 3-way for the title. What do you think of that for Battle on the Border?
I'll tell you what. Every time I'm at Battle on the Border, it's nothing short of a battle. It's always very physical, and as you can see, there's always multiple threats involved.
Mm-hmm.
Chase Owens, someone who
yes.
I used to have a lot of respect for the guy, but after being in the ring with him, I can clearly see that he's a dirty guy, and he'll get over in any way he can possible.
Yeah.
As for that other gentleman, I was very concussed, and I wasn't able to identify who he was or what his intentions were. All I can say is that I'm a real sport. I'm a real athlete. And I'm coming in there to wrestle. And any politics or any bull crap that's going on with those two is nothing of my concern, because at this point I'm done with the games. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I'm coming in there to win.
You win a victory.
And if they're gonna waive the rules.
Right.
If they're going to make this like a no DQ situation, then it's going to be really ugly for those two.
Because they don't know the way that you could fight.
Oh, they don't know what I can do. Yeah,
I know, and because you've been around, and I know I've seen you in action a couple times. I watch a lot of MLW, and I respect watching you and what you've done with them. The Heart Foundation.
Yeah, and I've had to, bend the rules a few times in my favor at MLW, because the office, of course, was, pitted against us and putting guys against us that we had no business being in the ring with. So it's one of those things where when the system's out to get you, and you're, one of the hottest guys,
right.
rising stars,
Absolutely.
in the business, it's kind of it's tough to deal with all that. So.
Do you have any upcoming MLW shows coming up pretty soon?
Yeah. So we got our big taping coming up March 2nd and 3rd. Looks like we're returning to the Chicago area. Mm-hmm. This should be a big deal.
Yeah, and you guys are always in Philadelphia a lot. I noticed that, so that's awesome.
Yeah, I made my debut at the 2300 Arena. Very historic moment for me. Following in my father's footsteps, I continue to do so. Yeah,
as well as and you look back on the guys who paved the way there. Look at Chris Candido. One guy that I knew for a while in the business. Really great guy. Yeah. And Balls Mahoney, of course, too, and Public Enemy as a tag team.
Yeah, we got the. Of course, that lazy fat man, Tommy Dreamer.
Yes.
He stuffs his face with enough Oreos to feed the whole continent of Africa.
Yeah.
But that's just how it goes. They put me in the ring with this old gas bag. He's trying to milk my name. He's trying to get in the ring with me so he could say he put me over or whatever. Mm-hmm. That's all fine and dandy, but at the end of the day, someone like Sandman coming out, about had a heart attack on his way out.
He looks like crap these days, I know.
So it is what it is. They put us in the ring with those guys. We beat the shit out of them, and that was the end of it, right?
Yeah.
So that was the story there. That's going to be the story this weekend. Mm-hmm. Wrestling Chase Owens. I actually have to wrestle him twice.
Yeah, I saw that on a card. I was like, wow, he's
in Tennessee.
Yeah.
So at this point, I feel like he's stalking me and intentionally trying to get booked wherever I'm booked.
Yeah, well, he's not on. He's doing a podcast tonight with that Wrestle Popcast. Boo! Who cares about that guy, Robin Nelson? I'm just kidding. Good friend of mine.
Yeah.
But
probably a collusion effort to tarnish my name.
Yeah.
They're probably getting on there. They're going to talk a lot of shit, and that's that's how it is these days.
It is, but you know what, Brian? We as a fan of wrestling. And I respect you, And you know what, Brian? I remember I was actually next door when you debuted at CZW's Dojo Wars.
Yeah.
You know what? You were standing right next to me at that one show, the GCW show. I was standing there.
Yeah, I decided I'd come over and hang out with my buddy Joey Janela.
Yeah.
A guy I've looked up to since I began the business. So.
Hopefully you'll make your way there sometime to the Game Changer Zone,
Yeah, I've definitely been in touch with Joey, and I'm looking to maybe get on with that spring break show. I think that would be amazing.
I would be there if you were there. Come on, how can we not miss that, right? It's like our WrestleMania of WrestleManias. Come on, right? Like WrestleMania weekend is gonna be nuts. It's really. I mean,
we got WrestleMania weekend. We got All In weekend. There's so many big moments that I've been blessed to be a part of.
I know, and it's 2019. It's like you're just coming right up, right out and going right to town, taking it day by day and winning it, here or there, state by state,
Yeah, it's. What was the question? I'm sorry.
No, I said state by state. Like, you just keep on going. It's 2019. You just keep on going.
Yeah, I was in Pennsylvania, northern Pennsylvania, for the first time. Mm-hmm. I've wrestled in Pittsburgh before, but this was like a new region, a new sector of Pennsylvania. It brought me in last week. I had 2 different shows. Mm-hmm. I had one in Hazleton, and then the next night in Sayre.
Yeah.
Two packed crowds. Mm-hmm. Huge crowds. And I'm not going to sit here and say it's all that I'm drawing all these houses.
No.
But I do think that there is a level of energy and a higher, a little bit higher of a draw when PillmanJr. is coming to town. You got people in the audience that are wearing my T-shirts, my merchandise, or maybe they're wearing an old shirt of my father's. So it's really great. It's good. It's really good for business to have me on board. Despite all the...
Brian, and I remember I think I hit you up on Twitter like a way back for a podcast. I was like, let's get this underway. We never did it, but here it is,
Here we are. Yeah,
definitely worked out. 15, 30 minutes.
Really busy and stuff, but
I know we all get
time.
Dude, I'll tell you what, it's crazy out there right now. We got that snow. There's snow in Jersey. We got like a like a crazy little snow slush right now.
Yeah, it's actually raining here. It's not. It's not too bad. So.
No. So you just lucked out when you left Pennsylvania, It's crazy. This weather's just, come on, summertime. You know, we need the good weather.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But anyway, so growing up, Brian, like, who are your favorite wrestlers?
I want to say, like, as a kid, I really, really loved the Hardy Boys.
Mm-hmm.
They were a big, big, important part of my childhood growing up. I got to do the entrance with them at one of the memorial shows.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really, really cool to be able to come out with them and say, oh, I actually did
Something
a pro wrestling entrance. You know, I came out, and Lita was there. So it was really, really dope.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Who else did you look up to? Like,
as far as my inspirations, and as I say that, I'm getting a call from Oklahoma.
Uh-oh.
I don't know where that's coming from.
Spam call?
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh.
But it could have been another podcast that I scheduled.
There you go.
There does. Yeah, I know there's so many of them.
I know there are.
Coming out.
I know.
Yeah.
But
what was I getting on?
who else were you looking up to?
Yeah, so couple of my biggest inspirations, was Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, and as I delve into wrestling, I'm definitely, I guess you could say I'm like a newer era fan, because I didn't watch wrestling so much growing up as much as I do now, of course. So.
No, so much wrestling now. We're like, wow,
So like I'm really inspired by Kenny Omega and his things, as well as far as his his presence and just him, the way he treats wrestling as this pure art form and just the beauty of it all. And of course, Chris Jericho, he's just such a star. He walks into a room, just that presence feel, being able to carry yourself.
Yeah,
and that's what I've always been about. I mean, as far as it's going as far back as my first through third matches, it's like people knew, like they saw me and they just knew there was something there, like an it factor. And that's what I'm all about. I'm not about these guys that go out there and they play wrestler and they do all these moves and they they look like shit. They don't
we know.
have the right gear.
Brian, we know what it's all about on the indie scene. We know what it is.
They wonder why they're not being paid to wrestle. Because, you're not a spectacle. You're not a star.
No.
And until you carry yourself like a star, no one's going to treat you like.
Yeah, there's a lot of those guys on the, that, like in CZW and all over the world. There's just some guys like that Casey Navarro. He's not even a wrestler. Come on, He's a little kid.
Yeah.
Little kid.
And I think Casey's great.
Yeah, he is.
To be quite honest,
he's got something going.
He's got very professional gear.
Yeah.
He looks, he's very quick in the ring. But yeah, he's young.
I know.
He's a young kid.
Yeah.
But he's doing everything in his power at the moment. Maybe put on a little size, but
right.
The kid moves real well, and he's very kind to me every time I see him. But it's a lot of those guys. That generation that
I know
get
just
it.
hasn't.
I think he's starting to understand it, get it.
Yeah. It's like when Leo Rush really never got the chance, and then he started.
Yeah, Leo Rush is a guy. You put him on a microphone, he can talk.
Yeah.
He looks well. He stays in shape. He might have a bunch of tattoos.
Yeah. I mean, fast forward now he has like the attitude with the Lashley. Come on.
Yeah,
really,
and it's you can't teach that type of charisma. And you can't teach that type of synergy.
He needs to break off that.
Without Leo Rush, it's like what is Bobby Lashley is a great athlete, phenomenal.
He is,
but Leo's really got the charisma.
He can do it. He needs to go back to solo, beat himself. Go just be solo. Don't even follow in his footsteps of a Leo, Lashley. That's going to turn pretty soon anyway, Yeah,
I think it's a great little combo right now.
Yeah, but also, what do you think of the All Elite Wrestling going on? What do you think of that? Crazy, huh?
No, I think it's a wonderful opportunity.
I know.
It's great timing as far as me being on the Indies and stuff.
Yes.
And, I'm really hoping to get some opportunities with them. I will be in Vegas, so there might be an opportunity down there for me aside from StarCast. I'm hoping that maybe there's like a Rumble of some sort, a Royal Rumble that I can get involved in.
Definitely.
And if not, it's totally understandable. Some people need that exposure more than I do.
Right.
Because as far as exposure and things go, I'm doing pretty good.
I know.
So
I know you are.
Maybe,
I know you're out. You're one of those guys that just keeps focusing and goes. Like I said, town to town, making you around. and people know who you are. And,
Yeah.
you know, and yes, you can do what, you know, your mindset, you know what you're set to do, you know. But anyway, Brian, want to kill this podcast because you want to work out? I know that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me on. It's been a pleasure.
Brian,
I'm
we'll set.
looking forward to this weekend.
Yeah, Brian, we'll set.
I really want to promote the show this weekend. I might have to shoot a promo tonight, and just really lay out my thoughts as far as my opinions of Chase Owens and what he's trying to do and how he's trying to tarnish my family name. I'm not about it. So maybe look to a promo, you know, maybe not. Maybe I'll keep my thoughts to myself and really focus in. Because you know what they say, you know, talk is cheap, right? So talk is cheap. That's why I'm here to do work. That's why I'm in the gym right now putting in work. And that's why Chase is at home playing Fortnite. So, you know, it is what it is.
Yep.
You know, he plays Fortnite and he wants to sit down and get in the ring and cheat to win and stuff. Or I don't have to cheat, you know.
Nope.
I actually put in the hours of the gym. So
Absolutely. You give your 100% every time, and you know, and you're one of the guys that I respect in the business. I like you. You know, I've seen what you could do, and you got good things coming. You know.
Thank you so much.
You know, and Brian, after this is all said and done, maybe we'll do another podcast. We'll just do a longer one where you could a chill out one.
Get me
you know,
some time where we can sit down. And,
bullshit.
Definitely spend some more time.
Bullshit and talk real wrestling talk. You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
You know?
Yeah.
But Brian,
maybe.
Yep. But where can everybody reach you on social media?
Yeah, you can catch me on Instagram at FlyingBrian41 or on Twitter at FlyingBrianJr.
And fans, just make sure you check them out this weekend at Battle on the Border. And at the other show that you're going to do again versus Chase again, right?
Yeah. That'll be in Xavierville, Tennessee, Friday at KFW. And then the final third match, the song to end it all, the final duet will be Saturday, February 23rd.
Yeah.
Battle at the Border.
Night of the Champions.
Be there.
Yeah. Thank you for being on, Brian. Have a good night, man.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Have a good one. Bye.
Wow, fans. That was Brian PillmanJr., and he's ready for this coming Saturday. This Saturday night, we have he's facing at Battle on the Borders, Night of the Champions. He's facing Chase Owens and Brandon Xavier in a three-way for the title. And man, it's going to be a match to see. If you're there in attendance, please check it out. Go to Battle on the Border. And much, much more. Check it out, fans. Thank you for listening. Have a good night. Tune in to the Deathmatch Russell podcast at 8 p.m. tonight, as I will be talking to Cisco Indie Pro Wrestler Cisco Silver, another one on people that has wrestles for Battle on the Border. Stay tuned. Let's see what he has to say and much more at 8 p.m. tonight. Good night, everyone. Thank you for listening. And tune in.